Number 238. Smoochum, the kiss Pokémon. Highly perceptive senses, Smoochum's lips are kept moist by its daily application of tree sap. So, I chose this Pokédex entry because I like the idea of Pokémon lip balm.
That's true. That's really good.
Everything else about this Pokemon, I absolutely hate. I came into this not knowing anything about Smoochum other than, like, its appearance, and my first thought was actually that it looked like a weird racist caricature. And then I found out some more things about its evolutionary line. So my thoughts on Smoochum are no thank you, and I'm giving it 0 stars.
Yeah, so for Smoochum, my word was conciliatory. So what you need to understand is that the Pokemon it evolves into, Jinx, came out first in the original generation of Pokemon, and it was just like this horrible racist caricature of a black person with like big red lips and like long hair. Some people compared it to like a black drag queen, which I don't know, you know, there's issues with even people taking issues with it in the way that they've talked about this Pokemon. But either way, clearly quite racist, just very caricature. And so what they did to fix this was they made Jinx purple instead of black. Here's a tip to you, Game Freak. You could have just started again, all right? A Pokemon that sings and has control of ice and has psychic powers, all great things to build a Pokemon around. You could have just said Jinx looks different now and just done a whole different Jinx instead of like changing it to purple, which everybody knows in media is just black, but we didn't want to say black. That's bad. So Smoochum then came in Generation 2, which is just really like stepping back into it to say, you know, Jinx, that Pokemon we really fucked up on, let's have another go.
Yeah, let's add to it.
Yeah, so I feel like Smoochum's goal was to kind of say, look, no, the original design wasn't racist. We were going for something completely different.
We've given you some more context where it's an entirely different thing.
So
It didn't work.
Let's break it apart. 1, bad Pokemon in general doesn't look good. 2, it's a Pokemon entirely based around kissing things that's also a baby. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
3, I was looking this up before the show, and this one apparently is possibly inspired by, like, a trend amongst, like, Japanese schoolgirls of tanning quite dark and dyeing their hair blonde. So they like, still went in on these, like, sexist tropes. A little bit like the duck face thing, like, the Western duck face thing, like, similar sort of trend, but in Japan. So they didn't really get away from the original stereotype. They hit a new one.
Yeah.
And they made a bad design that was based entirely around kissing. Now, I've chosen to give this Pokemon 2 out of 5. Let me just be clear on that. Smoochum gets 2 out of 5. Game Freak gets 0. Smoochum doesn't quite deserve all the flack, although I'm sorry that even with the controversy stripped away from you, Smoochum, you're just no good. You're nothing.
It's just no good.
I'm sorry.
It's just a Pokemon that's only senses are, like, in its lips, and its lips canonically remember everything they've ever kissed and what the taste was of that, and I hate it so much. Game Freak, fuck off.
It's not too late to start again with Smoochum and Jinx.
It's not too late to just delete your designs and find something else.
It has been 25 years, but I promise it wouldn't be that big of a deal. That brings us to a total of 2 out of 10.
Yep.
Next!